Welcome into the channel, everyone. It's Michael Tharp, EDU. It starts with you. Excited today to bring you guys a full overview presentation of MoveQuest, a new move to earn blockchain gamification where you can get paid daily based on your exercise and fitness. If you want to maximize this, you want to get a wearable, I just got my Apple Watch, so I'm wearing that to increase my daily earnings. So without any further ado, let's get into the full presentation. I have two other videos, one from the creator that shows you how this whole ecosystem works. So look for that video on my channel. I'll put it down in the description below. Also, how to get started step by step. And also my referral link will be down in the description. Enjoy.
Get Fit Mining is the name of the platform. All right. Well, this particular platform is not something that is new, nor is the move to earn space. Now, this particular platform has actually evolved over the past 3 years into what we're all looking at and calling a groundbreaking blockchain ecosystem that allows us, you and me, the ability to earn from our physical activity. And it has been inspired by the original Bitcoin white paper. The Bitcoin white paper actually set the stage for what we all know as crypto, what has made crypto and blockchain technology become mainstream, and is quite frankly the catalyst to why the majority, if not all of us, or even thinking about cryptocurrency, considering cryptography and blockchain technology, has been around for many, many years. But the writings and what was laid out in the Bitcoin white paper set the stage of what could be a revolutionary financial ecosystem, unlike the fiat world that most of us or all of us are accustomed to. And as such, this platform has been designed to be totally decentralized, meaning there's no one source, no one person or small group of people that actually control it. It is a self-sustaining ecosystem that is driven by uh, individuals in a peer-to-peer community. That means you and me, the people that are actually involved in the ecosystem, are the ones that actually drive the ecosystem and determines its success or failure long term. As I stated, Get Fit Mining has been in existence and been going through development over the last 3 years. Now that the infrastructure has been built, things have been put in place, what is happening, Get Fit Mining is rebranding to be called MoveQuest. This rebranding should officially transpire sometime between September the 15th and September the 30th of this year. So in a few weeks, we'll be rebranding. You would ask, why is it rebranding? It is rebranding because the way this infrastructure has been put in place, it has set a foundation for other things to actually morph from it and allow for more than just one way for individuals like you and I to actually be able to earn in the ecosystem. So the name MoveQuest does a better job of truly encapsulating the true essence of what this platform actually represents. So when you really look at it, for those of you that have had any real experience in the crypto space, and we'll touch on some of these things momentarily, but when you start looking at how it follows the writings in the Bitcoin white paper, and you really look at how it's structured, you can't help but say to yourself, wait a minute, this is crypto that's actually being done the right way. The reason why we say that is because those that have had any type of experience in crypto, and most of us have had quite a few experiences with platforms that are no longer here today. And the reason why they're no longer here today typically falls into one of these categories or some hybrid version of it, meaning that, crypto projects that just come out with large numbers of pre-sale tokens with the whole premise of being able to raise capital to go and develop a project behind an idea that they came up with, oftentimes on a whim. And and the people behind it usually lack the expertise or a true commitment to seeing the project through to the point where it's able to actually deliver a meaningful product to the marketplace that can be sustainable. And then you have trading platforms that offer unrealistic daily returns of 1%, 2%, 3% returns 7 days a week, 365 days a year, or whatever the case may be. But when you really look at it, most of them do not last. And it's because they're not able to actually deliver on it. And what happens is you wake up one morning and the website is gone, or you go to withdraw and there's no liquidity for you to be able to access it. And when you look around, there's no recourse because there's nobody to call, nobody to contact. And this platform that said that they was trading typically is not. But they're taking your digital assets, your crypto in as a form of payment. And for the few people that they decide to pay out or what have you, they're sending crypto out and they're obfuscating regulatory bodies around the world simply because they're not accepting fiat currency. Then you have smart contract platforms that truly leverage the essence or the true power of blockchain technology. The only problem is they lack a product, service, or solution that causes a person or a customer to consistently come back. And what ends up happening for the most part, you have new money consistently paying out old money. And when old money is withdrawn and no new money is coming in, it fizzles, it goes away. And the last people in end up getting the short end of the stick. And I'm sure many of you can resonate with having been in that position. And last but not least, you have the projects that are out there that, say all the right things, have the fancy websites, pay people for a short period of time so that they can gain individuals' trust, so that they can bring more money into the platform. And then all of a sudden you wake up and the website is gone. Yet again, no one to call, no one to contact, nothing you can do. Left holding the short end of the stick yet again. Well, when I first saw MoveQuest, what is soon to be MoveQuest, Get Fit Mining, there were several things that over the years of me being in the crypto space truly stood out. Because having experienced those things that we just mentioned, over time, you start creating a barrier around yourself and saying, wait a minute, I am not getting involved with a project that doesn't check the right boxes. And when I started looking at this project, I said the first thing I looked at was the fact that, okay, we have a competent development team, people that actually know what they're doing. You have a committed development team and creator that are standing behind the project, evidenced by their 3 years of development. Why can we see commitment? Not only because of the time that it has taken to develop it, test it, and get it to the point where it is today, but because it is a totally self-funded project. The creator of the platform said, you know what? I'm not going to go out and ask the public to invest in a coin that has no value in hopes that one day I will be able to deliver a product that they would want or take interest in long term. She said, I'm going to actually put my money where my mouth is, along with that time, energy, and effort over time to deliver a product first. So I'm not bringing in any investors that I'm going to have to turn around and give a large sum of tokens to in order for them to be able to recoup their investment. The developers that I have working for me on this project, they're not going to get an allocation of tokens for the work that they put forward. I pay them for the work that they do. And as the creator of the project, if I am building something that is truly meant to last, then I should be able to earn the same way the people that are engaged in this platform will actually earn. And if I do it right, I'll make my money anyway. So what does that mean for me and you? That means that there's no large sum of tokens that were already given away to people on the front end of the project, so that when we come in, we are providing value to the assets that they're holding, allowing them to go to the market and dump those tokens and leave us yet again holding the bag. That's not the case here. A project was put in place that is totally decentralized and managed by smart contracts, meaning with smart contracts that have been renounced, that means that them being programmed that say, if this, then that, means that when we go out and we perform our physical activity on a daily basis, then the system automatically does what it was programmed to do initially, and that is provide us our portion of that day's digital reward. And the way this is structured as a self-funding ecosystem, as more and more people participate in the platform, it provides the liquidity that allows the engine to run, and those tokens that we receive on a daily basis have value. And the more people that come in, leading into the community driven aspect of this, the more people that are a part of the community actually drive or help drive the economy. And as in a healthy economy, just like in the real world, if you have a healthy economy, you have a healthy value of the asset within that economy. But unlike in the fiat world, where the value of the dollar can be manipulated by the government being able to print more of the dollar, within this ecosystem, again, going back to the Bitcoin white paper and almost following it to a T, there's only 21 million tokens that will ever be in circulation. We also have a halving, just like Bitcoin, meaning that only a certain number of tokens are distributed on a daily basis, and every 4 years that gets cut in half so that we can protect the actual circulating supply, which helps maintain value in the token. And behind all of that, we have a liquidity provision that actually helps maintain stability in the market, meaning it can tell when there needs to be a liquidity injection or when it needs to go out and actually purchase tokens from the exchange, from the open market, and take them out of circulation so that we can maintain stability. Those are the things that we as investors, I would think, would want to have in place, because we're tired of being in platforms that have no true substance, no real ecosystem, no product, service, or solution that causes people to want to consistently be engaged long term. This is what made it stand out to me when I first saw it, and when I started looking and experiencing what this ecosystem actually had to bring. So one would ask, okay, how does it work? Well, there's various components of the Get Fit mining ecosystem.
Mr. Pro,
Number, say that.
real quick, you're lighting it up, brother. You're killing it. I'm just letting you know our guest is here.
All right, all right. Tell her to raise her hand if she want me to shut up. But
Yeah, I was letting you go because I was like, where do I stop him? He's just doing a phenomenal job as usual. But yeah, she's here. So, Lynette, you're here. I'll ask you to unmute. You just come in and, take the baton and let's keep this thing going. It's incredible. Let me see where I just saw her. I just saw her and then she just kind of ran away there. There we go. All right, you can unmute if you're there, Lynette.
Honestly, Herschel, I think you're doing a great job. I'm actually enjoying
Yeah,
listening to
yeah,
it. So
yeah,
I'm gonna let
yeah.
you finish. I don't confuse people, and then I'll just add my 2 cents in.
There you go. I just wanted to make sure we knew that if that was the case. Awesome. Take it
I'm
away,
not the
brother.
best presenter of this, honestly,
Wow.
because I get too
Yeah.
deep into detail. I lose everybody.
He's doing
nah.
great.
Okay, well, no problem. I'm gonna wrap this up and put a bow on it real quick so you can actually share your thoughts and feelings and direction of where this is actually going. But for those of you that are here for the first time, what we do to participate in this platform, number one, we bring our proof of physical activity. What the project is actually delivering is they have created an app, the GetFit Mining app, that is downloaded, whether you have an Android or iOS device, onto your mobile device, okay? It syncs with Google Fit or Apple Health to track users' activities such as steps, distance, calories, workouts, and sleep. So these are the 5 things that on a daily basis, we have positioned ourselves as miners in this ecosystem to actually earn from. But if you look at these things, for the majority of us, these are things that we do every day. Outside of some of you may not work out. But at some level, these are activities that you're doing every day. And we have the ability to actually earn from that. So when you hear Get Fit Mining, it's not that now you have to start going to work out. If you haven't been, let's look at it from this perspective of you can earn from what you're already doing right now. We'll expand on that momentarily. But then, other than the app, what each individual in this ecosystem has to do in order to earn, we bring the physical activity. However, we also have to have what we call mining capacity. In order to have mining capacity, everybody in this ecosystem has to purchase at least one digital miner for the ecosystem. And that digital miner, in conjunction with its mining capacity, along with the physical activity that we put forth as individuals on a daily basis, those are the things that determine how we are able to earn, or how much we are able to earn on a daily basis. As you can see depicted on the screen, there are presently 5 different levels of miners within this ecosystem. We have the Lenny miner, primary, ultra, alpha, and omega, and each one of them respectively increases in their mining capacity. Now, when you look at how everything is structured, each account can have up to 7 miners working at any one point in time. This structure somewhat gamifies this entire ecosystem. It's like a real world video game. Why? Because we're trying as individuals to earn as much as we possibly can. And to do so, we're working out more. We're starting to move more for those that are extremely sedentary. You start moving a little bit more. Why? Because you're being motivated to do so, because the more you move in this platform, the more you're able to earn. And the more power that you have working for you, the more you're able to earn. So each individual is trying to balance, or trying to have as much power and put forth as much energy as they can on a daily basis so that they can earn more. Once you've acquired your miners, you heard me mention that you can have up to 7 miners working for you at any one point in time. Now, when you acquire those miners are acquired in MQT, the MoveQuest token. The project that we're talking about right now is all operating on the Avalanche blockchain. So you have to go out to the open market, acquire MQT, then you need that MQT to come back and purchase your miner. Everyone starts at the same level with the lowest powered miner, and then you progress from there. That's the first utility of the MQT token. The second use of the MQT token, which is where we are now, is what's called the mining docks. In order to have 7 miners on the operating for you, everyone gets 1 mining dock for free. In order to unlock the additional 6, these have to be unlocked in the US dollar equivalent of what you see on the screen NMQT. Again, another utility for the MoveQuest token. So there is truly a use for it, unlike most tokens that are out there that have no use. Now, you heard me say somewhat gamifies things, and the fact that you can actually acquire more mining power. Well, this is how you do that. Everybody, yet again, comes in at the same level, that Lenny miner. Well, if an individual wants to go from a Lenny miner that has a 50% mining capacity, they can actually evolve that up to a primary miner. And the current cost to do that is the 30 USDT, the equivalent of 30 US dollars in USDT, to take that Lenny and go from 50% mining capacity up to 100% mining capacity. So it can double in power. Now, if a person wants even more, and this has to be done for each miner. So if a person wants to go from primary and get more mining power, they can evolve from a primary up to an ultra for an additional 40 USDT. If they want to go from ultra to an alpha and increase their mining capacity from, they went from 50 to 100, 100 to 125, they can go from ultra to alpha and boost their mining power for that particular miner up to 175% mining capacity. But at this stage, something unique happens because everybody would want to eventually get to the highest powered miner in the ecosystem, working for them in each of these 7 available docking slots. But in order to acquire an Omega, you can't just buy an Omega. You have to start with not 1, but 2 Lennies, not necessarily at the same time. However, you would have to evolve 2 Lennies through this process to where you have at least 2 alphas. Those 2 alphas can then be merged into an Omega and docked in your docking slots to start mining for you. To merge 2 alphas into an Omega is actually during this promotional period while we're going through our rebrand. The cost to do so is 100 USDT per miner. Regular price is 120 USDT at regular price. But again, that Omega miner gives you a 300% mining capacity. So if you have 7 Omegas, for those of you that are real go-getters, as opposed to having 1 Lenny docked in your free docking slot, which is perfectly fine because each person that does that will earn on a daily basis. But if you had 7 Lennies at 50% mining capacity each, that's 350% mining capacity, as opposed to 7 Omegas where you would have 2100% mining capacity, allowing you to earn more on a daily basis, and everything else just kind of falls in between. But a person does not have to do this day one or out the gate. They can either evolve out of pocket instantly, they can evolve out of pocket over time, or they can evolve out of profit over time, or any combination or variation of those options. So we bring the proof of physical activity. The platform provides the app, the miners, the mining docks, and the ability to evolve our miners up for more power. But one thing we have to address, and this is always something that comes into play when we're talking about technology, and in the conversation, when you start hearing words like tracking, monitoring, submitting data, and things like that, understand that MoveQuest prioritizes user privacy by ensuring that personal information is not shared with third parties or stored on servers. More importantly, with this being a decentralized platform, you never had to give them your personal information to begin with. Therefore, there's no third party or server that they could provide it to or store it on because they don't have it to begin with. Why? Because all transactions occur directly on the blockchain, guaranteeing transparency and privacy protection for all of us. You heard everything up to this point has been talking about the things that we can do physically to generate digital rewards and be able to enhance our financial position. However, you've also heard me talk about, but I really want to make sure this particular piece hits home. You've heard me talk about being more active so that you could earn more. But the focus should be beyond just the financial gains that come from that additional activity that individuals are incentivized to actually produce or generate on a daily basis. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this entire platform, although it does offer financial rewards, it also promotes improved health, wellness, overall fitness. And to be honest with you, that is just as important, if not more important, quite frankly, than the financial gains that individuals can actually receive from participating in the platform. That motivation to stay active is what is really driving a lot of people that have gotten engaged with this platform. And I like to call it the perfect marriage between health and wealth. So if any of the things that I've stated at this particular point sound of interest to you as an individual, the question would be, what would it look like for me to actually get started? Well, the first thing you would need to do is either A, determine how much you would like to put forth toward this project, and then you could back into, how many miners you want to buy, what evolution you want to go through, how many docking slots you want to open, or you can actually do it in reverse. You can say, I want this many miners, I want this many docking slots, and determine how much that will cost. Either way, the first thing is to determine an amount that you're going to be utilizing to engage with the platform. Secondly, you're going to need a decentralized application wallet. I personally recommend, after seeing several hundred signups on this platform, I personally recommend, if you are new to crypto, to utilize a MetaMask wallet at this time. Those of you that are familiar with Trust Wallet and Token Pocket and some of the other wallets, feel free, they all work because you're already accustomed to how to utilize them, to how to buy crypto, how to swap, and things of that nature. Any of those wallets will work. MetaMask just happens to be the most user-friendly for individuals, whether you're using a PC or your mobile device. It has full functionality in both places, and it also allows you to swap for all the tokens inside of the wallet versus the necessity to go out to Uniswap, which is the decentralized exchange in which the token has been listed on. It just simplifies the process. Once you have a decentralized wallet in place, now you're going to fund that wallet with AVAX. AVAX is the native token to the Avalanche chain in which this project is operating on. And then you will be able to, if you're using MetaMask, swap AVAX directly into MQT to purchase your miners and unlock your docking slots. And then you can take AVAX and swap it into USDT in order to actually evolve any miners you choose to evolve at that time. You'll want to make sure that you get an activation code from the person that shared this platform or opportunity with you so that you can go to the sign up page in the Get Fit Mining, on the Get Fit Mining website, where you will see a 6-step process. You will go through and complete the 6 sections. And at the end, it will guide you through downloading the Get Fit Mining app. And then you will connect the fitness apps that's already native to your device, whether it be Apple Health for iOS users or Google Fit for Android users. And that will allow you to then start mining. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a brief overview of the Get Fit Mining, soon to be MoveQuest platform. We are extending the opportunity for you, should you find value in what you've heard or seen. We definitely want you to do your own research and make an informed decision for you and your family as to whether or not this is right for you or not. Do not spend $1 unless you are comfortable parting with your hard-earned money. There are no guarantees in any way, shape, form, or fashion. When it comes to, even though this is not investing because you're actually purchasing a digital asset, and that digital asset allows you to mine a token. And I always ask, would you rather have a glass of milk or the cow that produces the milk? And these miners are filling up gallons of it every day. We extend the offer to you to come drink some. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand it back over to Mr. Ken Francis, who can introduce the creator of this platform this evening.
Oh man, I was gonna let you go ahead and just tie all that together. That was incredible.